Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another talk session with Isim Maya.
Hey there.
My
What's up?
topic is understanding personal finance, basics of budgeting and saving.
All right. Budgeting and saving, solid choice. A lot of people find that stuff kind of dry, but it's seriously foundational, right? Where do you want to start with it? Like, are you looking for the super simple breakdown or do you want to dive into some more detailed strategies?
What is personal finance in simple terms?
Okay, simple terms. Personal finance is basically just managing your money, all of it. It's how you earn, spend, save, and invest. Think of it like this: you've got money coming in and a bunch of stuff you want to do with it. Personal finance is figuring out how to make sure you can do those things now and in the future without stressing about it constantly. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about being in control. Does that land?
Why is budgeting important for financial health?
Okay, so why budgeting? It's not about restriction, honestly, it's about awareness. When you budget, you're basically deciding where your money goes before it disappears. Without a budget, it's easy to lose track, spend on stuff you don't even remember, and then wonder where it all went. A budget helps you prioritize what's important to you, whether that's saving for something big, paying off debt, or just making sure you can cover your essentials. It also helps you identify areas where you might be wasting money. Basically, it gives you a roadmap so you don't end up financially lost. Does that make sense?
How does saving contribute to financial security?
Okay, so financial secure that's the goal, right? Saving is huge for that. It's like building a little buffer against life's inevitable curveballs, job loss, medical bill, your car needing repairs, stuff always comes up. Having savings means you don't have to go into debt every time something unexpected happens, but it's more than just emergencies. Saving allows you to pursue opportunities too. Want to go back to school? Start a business? Take a vacation? Savings make those things possible. It gives you freedom and peace of mind knowing you have options. That's a foundation for pretty much every other financial goal, honestly. Got it?
What are the first steps to creating a budget?
All right. First steps to a budget. Don't freak out. It's not as scary as it sounds. Figure out your income. How much money are you actually bringing in each month? After taxes, be realistic. Track your spending. This is the painful part, but important. For a month, write down everything you spend money on, every coffee, every streaming subscription, everything. There are apps for this if you hate the idea of a notebook. Categorize. Once you've tracked everything, break it down into categories: housing, food, transportation, entertainment, etc. 4, compare. Now, compare your income to your spending. Are you spending more than you earn? Less? Adjust. This is where you make a plan. If you're overspending, identify areas where you can cut back. If you're underspending, awesome. Decide where to put that extra money: savings, debt payoff, fun money. The key is to be honest with yourself and start small. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Does that seem doable?
How do you track monthly income and expenses?
Okay. Tracking income and expenses, there are a bunch of ways. The old school method is a spreadsheet, Google Sheets or Excel. You just list your income sources and then list all your expenses with dates and amounts. It's kind of manual, but gives you total control. Then there are apps: Mint, YNAB, Personal Capital. They automatically link to your bank accounts and credit cards and categorize your transactions. It saves a ton of time, but some people aren't comfortable linking their accounts. Another option is just good old fashioned receipts in a notebook. It's the most effort, but it works. Honestly, the best method is the one you'll actually stick with. A lot of people start with an app, then simplify to a spreadsheet once they have a handle on things. For income, it's usually pretty straightforward. Paycheck amounts. Expenses are the tricky part. Little things add up. Do you have a preference for a method, or do you want me to break down how to use one in more detail?
How can someone set realistic financial goals?
All right, realistic financial goals. That's key because if they're not realistic, you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. First, make them smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Let's break that down. Instead of I want to save money, try I want to save $500 for an emergency fund in 3 months. See the difference? It's much more concrete. Secondly, prioritize. What's most important to you right now? Paying off debt? Saving for a down payment? Building an emergency fund? Tackle one goal at a time instead of trying to do everything at once. And thirdly, be kind to yourself. Life happens. You're going to slip up sometimes. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on track. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's also helpful to break down big goals into smaller milestones. That way you get a sense of accomplishment along the way. What kind of financial goals are you thinking about for yourself, if you don't mind me asking? It might help me give you more tailored advice.
How do fixed how do fixed and variable expenses differ?
Ah, you want to talk about tackling variable expenses? Good call. Those are the sneaky ones that can really wreck a budget. So, variable expenses are things that change from month to month: groceries, entertainment, gas, dining out. Unlike rent or car payment, they're not fixed. Here's how to fix them, or at least get them under control. One, track meticulously for a month. Really pay attention to where your money is going in these categories. You might be surprised. Two, identify leaks. Where are you overspending? Daily coffees, impulse purchases, unused subscriptions. Three, set realistic limits. Instead of saying no entertainment, say, I'll spend no more than X on entertainment this month. Find alternatives. Can you cook at home more often instead of eating out? Can you find free or low cost entertainment options? The 50-30-20 rule. A lot of people find this helpful. 50% of your income goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to saving debt repayment. It can help you see if your variable spending is out of whack. The thing with variable expenses is that you usually have to change your behavior to control them. It's not about deprivation, it's about making conscious choices. Does that all make sense? Do you want to talk about a specific variable expense that you struggle with?
What are common budgeting mistakes to avoid?
Okay, common budgeting mistakes. Plenty of people fall into these traps. One, not tracking it all seriously. This is the biggest one. You can't fix what you don't measure. Two, being too restrictive. If your budget is so tight you can't enjoy anything, you're gonna abandon it quickly. Ignoring your regular expenses, things like car repairs, holidays, or annual subscriptions. You need a plan for those. Four, not reviewing and adjusting your budget isn't set in stone. It needs to be reviewed regularly and adjusted as your income and expenses change. Five, forgetting about small expenses. Those daily coffees and impulse buys add up. Six, not having a buffer. Life happens. You need a little wiggle room in your budget for unexpected expenses. Seven, setting unrealistic goals. We talked about that earlier. If your goals are too ambitious, you're setting yourself up for failure. Eight, comparing yourself to others. Everyone's financial situation is different. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses. It's a recipe for disaster. Basically, budgeting should be a tool to help you achieve your financial goals, not a source of stress. Sound good?
How can budgeting help reduce financial stress?
Okay, this is a good one because honestly, money is a huge source of stress for a lot of people. Budgeting really does help, but it's not magic. Here's how. First, it gives you a sense of control. When you know where your money is going, you feel less like it's controlling you. Second, it helps you prioritize what's important. If you're spending
Okay,
money on
Maya,
things
that's
that
it for
don't
now.
align
The
with your
time is up, and thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next session.